If I told you this was only gonna hurt, if I warned you that the fire's gonna burn, would you walk in? Would you let me do it first? Do it all in the name of love. Would you let me lead you even when you're blind? In the darkness, in the middle of the night, in the silence, when there's no one by your side, would you call in the name of love? In the name of love, name of love, in the name of love, name of love, in the name of If I told you we could bathe in all the lights, would you rise up? Come and meet me in the sky. Would you trust me when you're jumping from the heights?
Hi everybody, it's Miles Motor Vehicles back 2001 here back again, and today I'm going to be doing a video on my HO scale model tray collection. So please enjoy. Okay, so first I'm going to be doing all of my Thomas & Friends HO scale and N scale models, the Thomas & Friends models. So here we go. I'm going to go through them. So here I've got DCC Sound Thomas, Edward, Henry, Gordon, James, Percy, Toby, Duck, Donald, Douglas, Oliver, Emily, Bill, Ben, Diesel, Mavis, Rosie, Spencer, Paxton, Daisy, LBSC Thomas, he's from The Adventure Begins. And over here, this is, Black James, Busy Bee James. Busy Bee James is officially from the season 10 Thomas & Friends episode, The Green Controller. Also got Christmas Thomas with a snowplow. I got that in Christmas of 2024. Also got Stanley, Ryan, Rebecca, and also what I was going to say was this is my custom HO scale Bachman Timothy. I used the Bachman non-DCC Sound Thomas that I had for a long time, and I've used it to make the Timothy when I got the DCC Sound Thomas. Yeah, I did that custom back in October 2025. Got Bow, I got Scarloey, Rheneas, Sir Handel, Peter Sam, and Rusty. Alright guys, now here is my Bachman and Hornby HO scale and N scale Thomas & Friends rolling stock. So here I've got Scruffy, Toad, Annie, Clarabelle, 4 coal cars, Henrietta, 4 red branch line coaches, the brake coach and composite coaches. I've got Hornby Old Slow coach. This one is pretty rare, but I got that at the Greenberg Train Show back in November 2025. And I got Railway Series Victoria. That's a custom one. I didn't make that, but I got that at the Greenberg Train Show as well. I've got 4 of Gordon's Green Express coaches. I've got 2 firework cars, 4 cattle wagons. I've got some troublesome trucks. I've got 3 green troublesome trucks from the season 9 Thomas episode, Thomas's New Trucks. I've got a cattle wagon troublesome truck, salt wagon troublesome trucks. I've got 4 salt wagons to represent the Thomas episode Flying Kipper and Something in the Air. Well, I'm going to use those for Henry's fish train called the Flying Kipper. And I've got 4 mail cars that Percy pulls. I've got 3 water tankers, and I've got 3 milk cars, and I've got Toby's museum coach from the season 9 Thomas episode, Toby Feels Left Out. I've got 2 of Emily's coaches. I've got 5 fuel cars. I've got 3 log wagons, and I've got 2 of Spencer's coaches. I've got this Christmas freight car. This is from the season 22 Thomas Christmas episode, Hunt the Car. And I've got some narrow gauge coaches. I've got the blue coaches, red coaches, some brake vans and slate wagons. And I plan to get more narrow gauge rolling stock soon. Yeah. And guys, now these are all my HO scale locomotives that are non-Thomas. They're from a mix of Hornby and Bachmann. And let's go on to them. See, over here right now, I've got Flying Scotsman. He's the same class as Gordon in LNER A3 class. And the Flying Scotsman was built in 1923. And this is like, on the side of him, this like his old number, 4472. And later on, he got a new number, 60103. Yeah. And I remember when it went to America in the early 1970s. I've also got Mallard. This steam train is really famous, like the Flying Scotsman. They're both owned by the National Railroad Museum in York, England, which I'm really hoping to go to the National Railway Museum in York one day. My parents are planning to take me on a trip there. And also I've got a Terrier locomotive, which is the same class as Stepney. I've also got a Ginty, a Caledonian Railway Bell class. The number is 7178. Those are a lot of my British steam locomotives. And over here, I got the General steam locomotive, which is owned by the Western and Atlantic Railroad from the Great Locomotive Chase and from the 1926 General movie. And this is sound DCC equipped. I've also got, the Denver and Rio Grande Railroad steam locomotive, the 248. These two I got at the Greenberg Train Show. And I've got the Jupiter. I am going to get a DCC sound-equipped version of Jupiter one day. And, yeah. I've also got Union Pacific 119. These two are my 2 Transcontinental Railroad steam engines. And I am going to get a DCC sound-equipped version of Union Pacific 119 as well, because I like how model trains are like real trains. And I've also got the Canadian Pacific 847. And I've also got the Durango and Silverton Narrow Gauge Railroad steam locomotive. But this locomotive doesn't really look like the real narrow gauge engines on the Durango and Silverton Narrow Gauge Railroad, which were built in the 1920s. This looks more like some other American steam locomotive, probably more like the Strasburg Railroad one. Well, I heard that Bachmann's making Strasburg, number 90 locomotive. It was supposed to be out, but I'm not sure where it is. And over there, I've also got a 3803 class from Australia. And this is the only Australian steam locomotive I have. I am planning to get more Australian HO scale steam locomotives in the future. And I've got this smoke-equipped steam locomotive, the Daylight Special Southern Pacific 4449. It's owned by the Oregon Rail Heritage Center in Oregon. I got this for Christmas back in December 2023. It's one of my most all-time favorite steam trains in the U.S. I've also got Norfolk and Western 611. This is DCC sound equipped. It's one of my other favorite steam engines since I was probably a teenager. And I've got these two Christmas steam locomotives, the Hornby one from Santa's Express, and the Bachmann American HO scale one. Yeah, but this one's smoke equipped. And I only have three HO scale diesel engines. I'm not really into diesel engines all that much, but I do like them, but not as much as steam engines. So that's why I don't really collect the diesel engines all that much. But anyway, I've got the CSX one, and I've got the Conrail, and a British diesel shunter. I only got this because I'm probably going to use him as like a pretend Dennis when I do a remake of the season 9 Thomas and Friends episode, Thomas's Day Off. And I think I might keep these because I might use this one as a pretend Boko and this one as a pretend Derek from Double Teething Troubles. Yeah. Hey everybody, now here's my HO scale Hornby Bachmann non-Thomas rolling stock. So let's over here. Over here, these are my two sugar cars from, I'm sorry I forgot to include these two sugar cars from Thomas and Friends, the season 6 Thomas episode, Hershey's Chocolate Crunch. So I got these two, and the non-Thomas rolling stock I've got are Flying Scotsman's 3 coaches, and these red express coaches that came with Mallard. I got these because, and I got rid of my Bachmann HO scale Thomas and Friends season 2 red coaches because I want to use these as Thomas and Friends season 2 coaches instead. Also, I got these two Christmas freight cars that came with the Hornby Santa's Express. Got a breakdown train, some box cars, some tanker car, which is like bait fuel car, and a box car, and main central car, and I've got an open wagon, a brake van, a main central coal wagon, a Virginia coal wagon, a Santa Fe red caboose. I've got 3 Durango and Silverton narrow gauge coaches that came with my Bachmann Durango and Silverton set. Over here I've got the Daylight Special 4449 coaches that came with the Daylight Special train set that I got back in December 2023. Yeah. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed my video of my complete entire model train collection, and I'm hoping to do more collection videos and so many other videos in the future. So don't forget to subscribe if you're new to YouTube, and put the like button, and be sure to like all my videos and all my motor vehicle parodies on YouTube. Goodbye, everyone. I'll see you next time.